All right, let's get you started on this beginner upper bodyweight flow. So for this flow, you're gonna start on your hands and knees in a kneeling push-up position. I wanna coach this position real quick. So hips are gonna come down, and what you wanna think about is from knees to the top of the head stays one piece this entire time. So the first thing I'm gonna have you do is push up, down to the bottom position, roll to the side as you tuck your elbow into the side, roll back to the bottom of the push-up, press your knees and your hands into the ground and come back up, and then you're gonna do a plank up down. So you're gonna bring your elbow down, back up, elbow down, back up. Now, come down and roll to the other side. You see how Sylvia tucks her elbow as she rolls to the side and then brings it back up into the starting push-up position. Now, this is a complex movement, so take your time, especially as you roll over that elbow. What we don't want to see you do is to have your elbows way out to the outside and try to roll over your elbow with your arm perpendicular to your body. We want your elbow to be nice and tight into your hip as you go through this motion. She's gonna push up and we're gonna get a good shot on her elbow right here where she comes down, elbow tucks in as she rolls to that side. Boom, just like that. You guys can see how her shoulder's in a really good spot right there. Presses back up, plank up, down. So remember, long spine, tall through the top of your head, tight glutes, tight stomach muscles. You're gonna be solid from your knees all the way to the top of your head, even when you roll over to one side. And we wanna start nice and slow, and as you guys get better at this movement, you can move just a little bit faster, okay? So I'm gonna have Sylvia finish up this rep right here. Actually, we're gonna do one more rep each side. Let's do one more rep each side. I just want to give her a little bit more torture today. So down, up, down, up. She's going to push up. Let's just speed up the last couple reps to show them how we can roll a little faster. We can press up a little faster. We can plank up, down a little faster. Good. One more rep on the other side for you guys at home too. And then we're going to finish up this upper bodyweight flow. Press it up, plank down, left, right, and then go ahead and come to the standing position. And we will see you guys at the next bodyweight flow. All right, let's get you started on this intermediate upper bodyweight flow. So Sylvia's gonna come down onto the ground on her knees in a kneeling push-up position. We're gonna walk through this flow step by step because this one's kind of complex. So the first thing she's gonna do, and you at home, is to bring your hips down into alignment with your shoulders. From there, come down to the bottom position of the push-up, tuck your elbow and roll all the way to one side so you're facing all the way forward. Roll back to the bottom of the push-up, press up, and then Sylvia's gonna lift her knees into a full push-up position, drop the right, the left, bring up the right, bring up the left, and then she's gonna repeat that on the opposite side. So coming down under control in that kneeling push-up, roll to the side, come back, press up, and then she's gonna go left, right in that full push-up position right there. Now this one is gonna tax your core like you wouldn't believe. Your stomach muscles are gonna go crazy as you practice the exercise. Just make sure that when you're doing it, you're working on all the key components of perfect form. So you can see Sylvia's spine is long from her tailbone to the top of her head. Her shoulders are locked out and externally rotated as she goes through each of these exercises, especially as she rolls her elbow. She's not rolling her elbow with her arm to the outside like this, causing her shoulder to come in. She's keeping her elbow real tight to her side and rolling over it, and that's exactly what we want you to do at home. So just like always, start slow when you're working on this exercise, and over time we're gonna work up some speed and make this exercise move a lot faster for you. We got about 1 minute left on this bodyweight flow, and Sylvia, I can see she's getting a little bit tired. You're probably getting tired too at home. So make sure to hold that stomach tight, especially when you press up here. Stomach stays tight, glute stays tight, lift the legs, the plank up, down, left, right, and then she's gonna drop the knees, and let's go ahead and repeat one more rep on each side. So she's gonna roll to that side, elbow stays tucked in. Remember, that's really key and important. Lift the knees, plank up, down, everything stays tight right here. She's tall through the top of her head. We're working on your posture too. We're working on how well you move, how well you feel these movements. She's gonna press up, lift the knees, go plank up, down, one more time. Boom, 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 boom. And let's go ahead and walk the hands back to the starting position and stand up to the finished standing position. And we will see you guys on the next flow.
All right, so let's get you started on the advanced upper body weight flow. So what I'm gonna want you to do is you're gonna go ahead and come on down onto your knees. Hands are gonna go straight out. Now you're gonna go into a push-up position. You wanna make sure that you have a nice long body here. All right, so you're gonna go down into a push-up, bending those elbows back. You're gonna roll from one side, so you're gonna extend one arm straight out, and you're gonna go back up into a push-up position. You're gonna go right back down into a plank position, right back up, and you're gonna go back down into a push-up, roll to the opposite direction. Now, what I want you to focus on at home is I want you to focus on keeping your core nice and tight. You're gonna be feeling your entire body firing. You're gonna feel muscles all over. So again, what you're gonna be doing and what Tyler's doing is rolling from one side. You're gonna extend one arm straight out. You're on that other elbow. You're gonna go up into a push-up position. You're gonna go down into a plank position, keeping your body nice and long, back up into a push-up position, back down into a push-up, roll onto the opposite side. So again, what I want you to focus on is keeping everything nice and tight, being aware of what your body is doing and just feeling every single muscle fiber firing, okay? So I'm gonna come down here. What you wanna think about doing as well as you're rolling from one side to the other is keep your legs tight, okay? And as you go down into a plank, you wanna keep your body nice and long, no arching in the low back, okay? You wanna keep the core pulling in as tight as possible. You roll to one side, keep one elbow tucked in, and push right back up. So Tyler's gonna go ahead and do one more roll to the other side, and that's what I want you to do, is take it over to one more side. So bend again into a push-up, roll it over to the other side, right back down again, push it up, and Tyler's gonna go ahead and walk his hands back up to standing position. So again, you wanna really focus on holding your body nice and tight and being aware of what your body is doing. All right, we'll see you at the next flow.